went to school to learn to act. Went to school to learn how to count, and I went to school, I always bought the trap. Middle finger, motherfuck your doubt. Little nigga, big trap pack. COD, I'm serving carrot pack. Can't fuck with niggas, they be on some.
What's good, everybody? It's Kayla Got the 411. I'm back for another What's Good episode. I'm here with Southside Miko. Now, Miko, on this show, I always ask people what's good with you. So how you doing? How you feeling?
What's good? What's good? How are you? I'm good. Just working, living, chilling.
Yeah, now you told me earlier that this is your only job, music and stuff like that. So technically you are an entrepreneur. So you're 23 and an entrepreneur. Like, how is that working out and juggling that? Because man, when I was 23, Lord have mercy, I ain't have a clue.
Right now it's more me focusing on the music more than anything. I kind of put my life to the side as much as possible because I understand that I'm young right now and I have all the energy to do certain things. So I try my best to put all my focus into just music. And if let's say a move pops up and
Right.
for life, I'll gauge it and see, okay, should I do this or should I not do this? But most of the time I'm not doing it.
You know what you mean? Because I'm like that too. Like, people be inviting me to stuff, and I be like, if it don't benefit me, I ain't going.
Right.
You know? So I feel like a lot of times these networking events are dope, but it's like you're an artist, right? So you make music in the studio. You're a producer and an artist. So you make your work in the studio. So networking events where it's not like music related, you're not going to be artists or people that can connect you with bigger people. It's kind of like, we just here smoking and drinking and chilling. Like, what's the purpose?
Right.
Now, like I said earlier, you are an independent artist and you produce. Like, what sparked your interest in music? How you got started?
Well, first I was a dancer. So, and I was a dancer ever since I came out of the womb. So it's just like that's where my interest in music comes from.
Right.
How I got started rapping is basically one day I was walking down the street with some guy who was in my dance group at the time, and he started rapping. He was like, "Bro, I'm trying to put you on basically to this rap that I made," and I was like, "All right, that's a bet, bro." So he rapping, and I'm impressed. So I'm like, "Okay, I'm about to be a rapper now too." And from that point on, like, I just started rapping, trying to be the best that I could. And from that point, I was listening to the YouTube beats, and as I kept like listening to the YouTube beats, and over time, I just felt like these YouTube beats ain't it. So that's how I started taking producing seriously. But I used to be around some people who produce, so I kind of was around that already.
Yeah, I was wondering that because I was like, "Damn, you are a very, very talented producer. Like, your beats are definitely unique." I actually won't sing your beat page to a few artists that I know because it's definitely unique. I feel like all the beats now are being, you let me know what you think. A lot of these beats now are being sampled. So they all are starting to sound the same.
Right.
So that leads to my next question, because I know you consider yourself the hardest artist and producer in the world. That is a very powerful statement when you say stuff. Other people are going to be looking at you like, okay. Now tell me what you think separates you from other artists and producers that makes you stand out.
I feel like it's number one, my energy. I'm just very energetic. I have a lot of energy. If anybody knows anything about, or if you know anything about astrology, I'm a triple fire sign. So like, I'm going.
I'm real big. I was gonna ask you your sign later, because you know some people don't really believe in that. So what's your big three?
Sagittarius, Leo, Sagittarius.
Wait, your sun sign is Sagittarius?
Mm-hmm.
Your moon sign is Leo?
And my rising is Sagittarius.
Oh my! But what's your Venus sign then? Because something gotta calm that fire down.
I think that's a fire sign too. I'm not sure. I
Lord!
But I have no idea.
You are dangerous, sir.
Yeah.
But I feel like I always tell people, like, I can notice when a Sagittarius man walk in the room because it's particular confidence that Sagittarius men have and Sagittarius women. I'm a Libra, so I'm an air sign. They say fire and air. You don't know what you're gonna get. But I feel like Sagittarius men, they just have a particular confidence about them in the room. It explains why you say you're the hardest artist and producer in the world. Okay, that explains why you like that. Oh, that's beneficial for this, industry, because I feel like our generation, they get bored quick going to these shows, and if the person performing it doesn't have energy, it's like crowd don't have energy at all.
Right.
So what's your first love? Music, doing music, or producing music?
Producing music, because I was around that first. I actually, like, originally when I was dancing, I really didn't even like rap music like that. Like, I did, but I wasn't even listening to rap music.
Wow, what kind of music were you listening to?
Like rock music. I was listening to like pop, different cultures, just listening to pretty much everything, R&B.
That explains why your music stands out from other producers. I'm very big on this show. I can tell, like, a producer that always makes like trap beats, and I think that's amazing. But there's so many artists out here as well who do other genres. That's how you reach those international crowds too, man. Like, I feel like that's where the money is. Like, they have you come out to Japan and perform, like, getting that money. I think that's a dope thing. So take me back to when you was little, right? Like, what's that one particular artist that you would listen to that you feel like, okay, like this, their sound is me?
I feel like the reason why I am the way I am, it would have to be Michael Jackson.
That's dope. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
For sure. And I feel like Michael Jackson, because of the fact that just watching Michael Jackson and seeing Michael Jackson do what he did, I don't limit myself at all.
And that's it. And they don't put you in a box also too. Like, do you think that it's hard for artists or producers when they get in that particular box to get out? Like, you're only known as a trap artist or a trap producer. You think it's hard for them to get out that box, even if they know how to?
I feel like personally, it's not hard to get out that box. I just feel like you got to step out of it. I feel like it's just the fear. Like, a lot of people are scared to, like, they know they're in a box and they're scared. I personally feel like people are scared to come out the box because of how people might view them, based off of what they've been making. But I don't think anything's wrong with that. I feel like you should come out your box, and most of the time people and the audience and the listeners are expecting you to.
Yeah, I feel like you owe it to your fans too, because I always say, like, a music as an artist, I should see progress with your music. You put out 3 albums, like, I need to see improvement. I don't want to see the same type of instrumentals from the first 2 albums when you're on your 6th one. I want to see. That's why I appreciate that rock album that Lil Wayne did. I felt like, okay, this is refreshing. This is refreshing that, okay, you're showing that you can step out the box, even though you do make, down south music. Now, you're from North Carolina. Like, do you think that North Carolina kind of influenced your sound? Like, what's the music scene currently right now in North Carolina?
Everybody sounds the same, for real. Unfortunately. And it's either like everybody sounds the same for real, or people's style is so original that there's no lane for it yet. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like, a lot of people who, I don't know, we all need to stick with each other. A lot of times people here are very selfish and they're worried about what they got going on. But it's like, if you look at places like Atlanta, or really Atlanta, people are helping each other. Like, everybody's working with each other. Everybody's collaborating, down to the producers. Everybody kind of knows each other. So it's just like in North Carolina, we need to start being on that type of mentality, because it's like if you watch each North Carolina artist, we all talk about, oh, we don't have the spotlight. We just need the spotlight. We need the spotlight put on. Well, we all need to stick together, and we're going to have that spotlight.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Because who currently is from North Carolina right now? Is the baby from North Carolina or South Carolina?
The baby. Let's see. Sauce Pack TB was from North Carolina. Anella Harum, he just got signed to Def Jam. He's from North Carolina. Fantasia's from North Carolina.
Oh yeah, I can't forget about Fantasia. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's like I do here. I live in Atlanta. It's kind of one of those places where you go to an event and you run into the same people. It's like, I got people I run into the same people, and even a lot of producers down here, they're working together. They're creating like beat tapes and stuff like that together. Like they're coming together to like, hold on, I think I know the terminology. Wait, what's that little the loops? What you guys call it? The loops, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're collaborating, doing things like that. So I do think Atlanta, this may be somewhere you want to consider moving to Atlanta.
Everybody comes to Atlanta. I feel like y'all getting too flooded for me.
You know, look at me. Somebody gonna watch this and be like, we don't need no more people. I feel like this is a great place for creators, especially Black creatives.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's unique too. So it's like, even though they portray like it's only trap music, it's like so many. I've met like rock bands that's like collaborating with rap artists. It's like, that's unique, you know, for us to be able to do that type of thing. So now we're going to take a little moment and get to know you a little better. I'm going to ask you a few questions and you just finish the sentence, okay?
Okay.
So the first one, what is your most cringe studio experience?
The first time I ever went to record, I got laughed at and I didn't even finish my song.
Who laughed at you?
Everybody that was in the room besides the engineer.
They was playing or they was for real?
That was for real. I didn't I don't know. It hurt me a little bit, so I couldn't even finish my song. I had to leave it. I had to leave that thing.
You paid? Did you pay your money?
Nah, not to the engineer. It was free, so it was all cool. But I just wasn't about to get laughed at, so I had to hop out that thing.
How long ago was this?
Years ago, 2000.
Exactly. Look at you now. Look at you now. You collaborate with a lot of artists, and I'm pretty sure they were your dick. Ain't it?
Yeah.
That's how it is. Like nobody ever, I always feel like that was a learning experience, right? Like somebody could have been like, hey, how about you do it like this? And like you said, a lot of people don't want to come together because that could have been a moment where somebody said, hey, you ain't really doing it like this, right? Maybe try this, try this way. So I'm pretty sure they'll be knocking at your door, asking for a collab. Right. Are you still cool with any of them? You still know any of them?
Nah, yeah, I know them, but I'm not cool with none of them.
Yeah, all right. Kayla Got the 411 there. Man, how about that? You at home? Yeah, I'm real big on stuff like that because I feel like everybody has a learning experience. I'm really big on like, if I don't know something, I'm not doing something right, show me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next, pen or freestyle?
Both.
Okay.
Don't let yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, what would you be doing if it wasn't for music?
I don't know. I do know. I'd be in school because that's where my life was trying to take me if I wasn't trying to take me here.
What were you going to be in school for?
Psychology, probably. I'm not really a school person. I'm a creative person, but it's just like where I come from in the household is school. That's all people care about.
I'm the same way. I went to design school after high school. I was like, I'm not going to. I couldn't picture myself at a university like, oh, no way. It's like, like jail to me. Like, no shade to people that do, but when you're a true creative, you want to be around other creators. It feels more like home. Next, which other producer do you think is the GOAT and why?
The GOAT?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, I think Rick Rubin is the GOAT. Because Rick Rubin has produced for almost everybody. Like Rick Rubin has produced for, I'm pretty sure, Adele. He's produced for Slipknot. He's produced for Run DMC. He's produced for like country artists. He's produced for his placement.
Kendrick Lamar too, because I see him with Kendrick Lamar.
Right. His list is crazy. It's like it's unorthodox kind of list. So I feel like he's the GOAT because he's somebody who I see don't limit themselves at all.
Yeah, looking at his catalog, I mean, hip hop, alternative rock, heavy metal, country, like,
I need to be like that. I gotta be like that.
Wow, he worked with the Beastie Boys. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's legendary. Okay, that explains it too. He doesn't limit himself. He's able to work with all types of artists. And sometimes I feel like if an artist or producer really care about getting those Grammy Awards and stuff like that, sometimes just like collaborating with like another genre can really, really get you in there.
Right.
So next, what is the biggest insult you've ever gotten and the biggest compliment you ever got? When it comes to your creative talents.
The biggest insult I feel like I've ever got is that nobody will ever fuck with my music.
Somebody said that.
Of course, you know they hating on me.
Them people in North Carolina different.
Look, I'm telling you, it's crazy. But I feel like the best thing that somebody's ever told me is that I don't really know. I got to think about that one because a lot of people don't say too many things that I haven't heard before, I guess.
Okay. Well, you're doing great things out here, and I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If your music wasn't good, I probably wouldn't have had you on the show. So that explains a lot, that I think you're talented as well. Then I went to your beat tape and I was like, dang, this man, like, really, you're a real different type of producer. Like, you're not making the current beats that producers are making, if that makes sense. You can tell that you have influence. You can always tell those producers that have like influence in church. You hear a lot of their actual instruments. You can tell those artists or producers that have influence with rock, you know what I'm saying, and heavy metal. You can hear that in your music. So I feel like whatever you produce always kind of paints a picture of who you are. So I can definitely tell that from there. Now, your latest single, 5600, is out now. Tell me your whole creative process. What is the message that you're trying to get through when it comes to your actual music that you do?
I feel like it just depends on the song you're listening to. I don't really hold back on my emotions, and I don't really hold back with who I am. It's just like one day I might be in a singing mood. Like I have a song called No Friends, for example, where I'm singing and I'm talking about I got no friends. It's only because I love the bands. And I'm talking about how I love, basically, I have no friends because basically I want money so bad. I'm working too hard. So I don't have no friends because nobody's like me and mindset around me.
Right.
And there are some songs where, I'm just repping my hood, talking about what happens in my life. So I feel like it just depends on the song. I used to have songs talking about the problems I had with my ex that I had. So it's just like, it just depends.
Yeah, that was my next question too. Like, I wanted to know, were you like an artist that, like you said, people are not versatile. Were you okay with being vulnerable in your music? Like, I feel like if you're heartbroken, you miss her, it's okay to say it, guys.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Okay.
For sure.
It's okay. So you actually are a type of artist that make lit music and you make vulnerable music also. Now, let me run down some of your stats. Now, you have producer credits with Duke Juice, Tia Kareem. Like, what has been your most memorable collab?
My most memorable collab would probably be I worked with this Korean celebrity in Korea, and he's doing big things. And I thought that I'd never get a placement like that. Like, I'm thinking I'll get somebody over here overseas on Billboard before I get somebody on Billboard overseas. And I feel like that's one of my biggest placements ever, because it's like in like a couple of days it shot up 60K. I was like, bruh. And this
which artist is it?
His name is Loop, and there's another artist on that track who's also a celebrity. His name is Owen.
Oh, what's the name of the
song? What's the name of that song? I don't know. It's an Asian title. I can send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me after this, because I definitely want to listen to it. That's dope. And that's what I was saying earlier about collaborating with people with different genres. It can definitely really help you out, because right now we can look at the United States Billboard Awards, right? I mean, not Billboard Awards, but the chart for the top 10, right? You're going to see Drake up there. You're going to see Beyonce, right? So may see Future up there, time to time again, but most of them people are pop artists. I don't even think we see many country songs in the top 10 of Billboard.
Yeah.
Like, even they slacking. An R&B song? R&B song?
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Mariah Carey.
Right, yeah.
So it's like reaching those charts in different countries, like the UK and Japan. It's like, that's money, because they'll pay to see you.
Right, for real.
So you're a really smart, dope person. I can see that you have a really good head on your shoulders. You're doing everything right. Now, the music industry has its ups and downs. What's one thing you would tell any other young producer or artist coming to you for advice? Like, they want to get in the game the same way you did.
I feel like I would tell them, don't listen to nobody else. Listen to your heart. I feel like a long time ago, I was focused on everything outside of me, but I wasn't focused on me. I wasn't focused on what's going on in here. Like I needed to focus on what I was doing, what I was thinking, building who I was. Like I feel like even a lot of people in life, they not fully them because they've been listening to other people their whole life. Like they haven't really found their own identity. So I would say, listen to you, follow your heart, whatever your heart tells you to do. No matter if somebody say you can't do something or you can, it don't really matter what somebody's talking about. Take constructive criticism, but listen to yourself.
Right. That's a great advice because don't nobody know you more than you. You know, sometimes people can, I always say this, how somebody gonna tell you what's best for you for you when
Right.
you. It's like
Right.
self-love, right? You gotta love you first before you can love somebody else. I think that's great, great advice. So what do you have coming out for the rest of 2022? Because we are in August now. The year is kind of gone by. You have any new music or collabs that you can give me
Oh
before
yeah.
one about?
Oh yeah. I'm supposed to be having something with Lex and Andretti coming real soon. And she's an artist. She's from Washington, the DMV area, I'm pretty sure, somewhere in there. Um, and I also am about to drop a single called Dead Wrong, and that's about to go crazy. Like I'm about to finish up pushing my newest single, the 5600 that you were speaking of earlier. I'm about to finish pushing that. Not really finished, but the focus. I'm about to take the focus off of it, and we about to push Dead Wrong, and that's about to go crazy.
That's dope. Like I'm looking really, really forward. When I opened your music that you said, I was like, oh, you know, I was like, okay, this is dope. And I kept going. I said, let me go listen to his beats. So I think you're a really, really talented kid to be still. You're not a kid, you're a grown man, but you know, still though, you're still in your early 20s. So to be able to have your head on your shoulders, like you're gonna be good. Like you don't have to worry about that. I think you're gonna be good. You're not gonna let the industry break you down. And I feel like you definitely look and don't when you do your Grammy Award speech, don't forget about the Rich and Me.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'm
Because
gonna do it.
I can already tell, like, the work that you're going as a producer and an artist, like, you're not scared of other genres. You're not scared to take it there. And those type of things gonna get you those recognitions, those big checks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those big checks. And it was so dope talking to you. So how was that?
I appreciate that. Thank you for the opportunity.